everyone, it's Sammy from Sammy's Sweet Life, and today is Tea Tuesday, and this one's going to be a little bit, I don't know, a little bit of an update and a little bit of a fail on my part, so I'm kind of admitting defeat on something, but I wanted to talk to you guys today and do a Tea Tuesday. Last week, I just didn't feel it, so I didn't do it. It's going to be one of those things where if I'm feeling sassy or snarky about something, if I have some drama on my mind, or if I have some tea to spill in personal life or otherwise, then I will do a Tea Tuesday. It's not going to be an every Tuesday thing. And full disclosure, my house is in a neighborhood with a bunch of other people, and there's always people going by, so I'm like watching people go by. I'm in front of a giant window in front of my house, and we see like right into our neighbor's house. It's like right across the street, and they work out, so it's like I'm seeing them go back and forth. So it's just gonna be me like watching everybody go by. It's just what you get when you come to Sammy's Sweet Life. It's kind of awkward too, because I'm like, I don't want to be peeping on people, but I'm also just like see things moving, and my eyes just want to go there because I'm seeing things move. But anyway, go ahead and grab tea, grab some coffee, whatever you've got. I've got my boring old water, and look at this. This is our Christmas turbis. It's a Grinch. Super cute. So we had ended up ordering a different Grinch one before Christmas because I waited too long, and this one was going to come after Christmas, and I didn't end up ordering this one. And these are usually like 20 bucks, like around 20 bucks, 20 to 21 bucks. And so I had waited, didn't order this one, and then I got a notification. Definitely use an app called Honey if you do a lot of shopping, because Amazon does price drops. They dropped this thing to like 12 bucks right after Christmas, and so I got this one too. So it was our bonus Christmas mug, not really a mug, Christmas turbis, and I'm so excited. We use these now just exclusively, these big turbis glasses. So I was so excited to get the Grinch. This is the one I really wanted, and the other one was the only one that was going to ship in time. I was like, okay, we'll get the other Grinch one, but this is the one I'm like, oh, I love. We actually have some Grinch Christmas mugs that I absolutely love. Anytime I use hot cocoa or something, that's what I use. But this one's just so cute. So we kind of like fight over who gets this one. We basically, one of us will pull it out of the dishwasher and try to be first at it. It's so dumb. But that's just what we do. We both really, really like this one. So I snagged it this morning. First, I want to touch on the Tati situation. Y'all, there is just so much BS going on with it. Just back and forth and back and forth. I cannot keep up. I'm not up to date on the Tati stuff. I watch Emily D. Baker's breakdown of things, but I can't commit to watching all of it, and I'm not that interested. To be quite honest, that kind of has fizzled out for me. Like, the more dramatic, the more crazy it gets. The last thing I heard about was the attempted hacking and also the threats that were made. The people who did it said that it was without a crystal ball, but Without a Crystal Ball denies being involved at all, so I don't know what it is. I mean, obviously people can lie, but I feel like she has a lot to lose if she is involved with it. So I don't know that I believe that she's involved with it, but if she is involved with it, that's a whole different layer and a whole new dimension of the crazy. So I have trouble seeing that it went that far, but if it is that far, then obviously any slight defense I ever gave her, all out the window, because it was just so much, such serious stuff going on. And so I don't know. I have a sneaking feeling that it's not her, but that's based on absolutely nothing. That's just my hunch that it's probably some kids just getting involved just to get involved. And so I don't know. I don't know that any logical, rational thinking adult did what these trolls did. So hopefully this will blow over. Hopefully they'll find the people, but that is scary. So I don't know. I kind of lost interest after that. There's more things that went on after that. It's just so much stuff going on with it. I just can't keep up with all of it, and I just don't care that much. I don't know that I'll mention it anymore. I may mention it here and there if I like hear something or want to talk about it more. It just went way beyond just like a little defamation thing that I thought was pointless and silly to lots of crazies. So I'm just not interested. And so let's move on to my personal tea. I was doing Animal Crossing streaming, and about the time I started doing Animal Crossing streaming, I lost most of my interest in Animal Crossing, which is crazy. I was playing this like hours and hours a day, and it's just like to an unhealthy level. I was playing this game and it was definitely an escape. I was just in such a crap mood and I did not realize how much of my free time I was dedicating to just playing the game. So it was part of me like realizing, whoa, I really need to take a step back from this game because I'm getting really obsessed with it. And also just finding interest in other things. I just played it a lot. I was really excited about it for a while, and then the last couple of holiday things that they had a Thanksgiving thing and they also had a Christmas thing. They were locked, so you could not time travel and do those early, and that's just when I was like, oh, that's annoying to have to wait. I missed both things because I got little kids. Those holidays are about those little kids, and so I didn't play on the appropriate times. I can't follow it like that, like, okay, something event is between the hours of 6 p.m. and blah. Just does not work for me. I have to play the game as a time traveler because I never know when I'm going to get a free moment, and I don't always want to play at night, like after the kids go to bed. I don't always want it to be dark in my game. So I definitely time travel just for the sake of like getting to play during the daylight hours. And also I don't like missing the things and having to go back. Like I had to go back. It was like a week after Halloween or after Thanksgiving that I actually ended up playing the event that was supposed to be the day of, and it just, I don't know, something about that just motorcycle. Not every day you see motorcycles, and I just realized like I've got a rooster going on. Welcome to my life. There's always some sort of hair crazies, but I don't know, something about it just, it's like, oh, well, I missed that event and I lost a little bit of interest. And then the next event, I was like, oh, well, I missed that event and I lost a little bit of interest. And then I didn't even do Toy Day at all. I never have gone back to do Toy Day. So that just shows you I went from playing it hours and hours a day to playing it a little bit. And now I don't know that I've touched it in like a couple of weeks. And the days that I was playing, it was like I'd play for like 15 to 30 minutes, do the daily things, and that was pretty much it. So it wasn't like I was playing it to the same degree. It's like, oh, I think I'll play a little bit, which is really unfortunate because I really wanted to do the gaming channel. I just lost some of the interest, and the gaming part is really time consuming. So these are like all my excuses for why I flamed out with this and totally failed, dropped the ball. The gaming system was a I think it was a USB-C to a USB connector. So you connect to the computer with the USB end, and the USB-C end connects to the Elgato, the little like game capture thingamabob, so you can record your game. Well, it connects with a USB to my computer, and my computer is only USB-C. So where's my adapter? Pulling out the examples. So this is my Cameo cord, which is also a USB. And so I have these little extension thingamabobbers. And this converts your USB to USB-C. Well, for some reason, the Elgato did not like this. So sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't work. I'd have to re-plug it in a bunch of times. I'd be there like 10 to 15 minutes, like restarting the computer, unplugging the monitor, unplugging the Elgato, doing all these things because of this, because it would not just hook. And you couldn't get a USB-C to USB-C cord. It had to be the USB, and they do have this in the frequently asked questions or some sort of specification things that it had to hook to your computer with the USB and not the USB-C, which is a little tiny doodad. We're done with that. It was kind of a process, kind of an annoying thing to do that. Like I would be gung-ho getting in the mood to play the game. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go record for an hour, and then I have to deal with this joy of playing with it, plugging things in and out, restarting things, restarting the program a bunch, and hope that it would work. There were a few times that I just kind of gave up and didn't do it. I was still within my return window for the Elgato, and at first, honestly, I thought that it was something wrong with the Elgato. So I actually had done an exchange for a different one. So this was my second Elgato. I was still having the same problems. I was still in my return window. I returned that sucker. So I had planned on recording and having the gaming channel, and I'm like, well, I'm not playing the game as much. Two, the Elgato thing is me the F off. And all this happened about the same time I became obsessed with scrapbooking again. So I'm totally back into scrapbooking. I'm making multiple videos on my scrapbook channel now. And so I'm totally just dropping the gaming thing. It was a bad idea, bad decision, and I should have just never gotten into it. So I will keep my game videos up, but I'm going to be deleting my gaming channel because it was not going to work. I thought I was going to be gung-ho about this. A couple of things happened, totally didn't work for me. So it was a complete fail. I am woman enough to admit when something fails, and I fail at something, and this was one. It's like, it's not going to work. I returned it, got my money back. I did also buy a monitor. I'd mentioned this in passing in a grocery video because it was like a show grocery video. It was like the kids were breaking down. It was chaotic. It was because Johnny had to go actually to the office, which is the first time in almost a year that he's been to the physical office because something happened with his laptop. It just stopped working. He ended up having to get a new laptop, and then the new laptop didn't have the right connector for his old external monitor. So he grabbed my monitor from in here right about the same time I was thinking about returning the Elgato. I was like, I'm returning it because he's stealing the monitor. He'll use it. That was going to make it more complicated that I have to work around his work hours or pay $200 more for a new monitor. And so I just gave him the monitor, returned the Elgato, and called it done. And then I just had to admit defeat to you guys, admit my failure that I thought I was going to do it. Totally didn't. Totally failed. Thumbs down for me for that. But some of you guys will be happy because it does mean more scrapbooking time. So I've been scrapbooking a bunch. I ended up putting together over the weekend, let's see, I can grab some of it. I ended up putting together my February Shop Your Stash kit, which is just me pulling out my own scrapbook things to put together a kit and work with. You will also be happy to know I used every last scrap and piece of my scrapbook paper from my January kit, and it is, I'm filming this the day before I'm posting it, so it's the 25th, so this will go up on the 26th. I completely used all the paper from that January kit, and it was a big chunky stack, so I was so proud of myself. I've made 18 layouts so far for the month, which is a lot. I will sit down, make a layout or two a lot of days, and it's just so much fun, so much fun. I'm really getting back into it. I'm loving it again, and I haven't felt that in a few years. I've mentioned this on my scrapbook channel if you follow over there, but I'm just so happy to be back into it, and I just ain't got the time for everything. And that's part of my personality. Like, I get really obsessed with things, I hone in on something, but it can change and it can fluctuate. And I also like more than one thing. So it's really hard for me on this channel to narrow down what I want to talk about because I just want to talk about a lot of things. So that's why you'll find a mix of videos on this channel, because I don't want it to be only one thing. Like with the scrapbooking thing, if I only had one certain thing on this channel, it would be like the scrapbooking thing that has ebbed and flowed, and then both of my channels would be kind of neglected. So I just kind of put everything on this channel that's not scrapbooking. And I'll tell you what, I'm really excited about planning again. So I really want to do some plan with me's and planner related videos coming up. So that's something I'm going to try to commit to in February, to do one planner video a week. I have some ideas for that. I don't yet have a printer, so I can't print my own stickers and things yet, but I'm really excited to just do some planning. I do have some like planner stamps and accessories, some stickers already. I will be doing that, but I'm getting back into like the paper and sticker fun. It's like I'm back in kindergarten with my Lisa Frank stickers. So I really have liked that. But yeah, the gaming thing, I just realized on top of the hardships I had and the lack of interest I started having, it's a lot. Like if you're streaming for an hour, that means you're streaming for an hour, then you're editing for an hour, and then you're uploading for a while. And it's just a lot to put into it. And I was getting like a lot of my videos, let's be real, a lot of my videos don't get that many views, but it was getting like 15 views. Like that hurts. When you're putting in like multiple hours on a video to get 15 views, that hurts. I'm fine with not even breaking 100 views because I do it for the fun of it and the joy of it, and I really like the editing part. It's just like, it feeds my type A. This whole thing feeds my like need to do something. I just have to have something, and that's my thing. Like the scrapbooking is also one of my things that just gives me something to do, something productive to do, and I just don't feel that about like cooking and cleaning, and yes, like taking care of the kids, that's my main priority job, but that doesn't feed this like type A side of me where I have an editorial calendar and I have things on the calendar. I have my little planner, I have my little scrapbook goals, like things like that. It really like feeds my soul in a weird type A way. Just making the videos feeds that for me. So the views matter to some degree, but they don't matter to some degree because this part really just feeds my soul. And I just wasn't feeling that with the gaming videos. And then on top of that, like seeing, okay, I did put on all this effort. It was also for like entertaining people, and I found out how boring I am. Like, let's be real. I'm not that entertaining or funny or exciting. And so it was really just like a bunch of things wrapped into one, like, this isn't for me. I should quit while I'm already behind. Head down. All right, drink time. Yeah, the whole thing, total flop, total fail. I'm counting it as a big giant learning experience, and at the end of the day, Johnny got a brand new, nice new monitor for work, so it works. That's my story time, tea time fail. Talked about the Tati thing a little bit, and that's pretty much it. I'm not following. I'm still watching what's happening with the Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star stuff. There's so much stuff, so many layers to all that too, that I just haven't formulated much of an opinion. But the more stuff that comes out about Shane, the more problematic I see him as. I didn't follow him back in the day. I didn't enjoy him back in the day. I knew of him. Once he started those documentaries, I started following him and liking him, but that was before I knew all of the backstory. So I'm definitely leaning more towards he's very problematic. There are lots of problematic things in the past, and I think a lot of it has to do with something going wrong in his upbringing where he's just getting the attention for the shock value. I don't know that he necessarily means or thinks honestly all the things that he has said that have been problematic, but he says them for the shock value, I feel like. And I think it's like the look at me, I'm so edgy type of thing, and doesn't make it right. I don't think it's right at all. I think he's very problematic and he probably shouldn't come back. I know there are going to be a lot of fans that think he should come back, but I'm not a super fan. I don't know that there are very many people on YouTube that I am super fans of, and one of them is Sam the cooking guy. I just love his recipes, and I watch his videos and his food looks so good. I want to make everything he makes. And I've tried quite a few of his recipes and they are so good. Everything we've had of his have been amazing. So definitely I am totally a fangirl of his. And I like people that have potty mouths. It's a theme. I also really like Emily D. Baker. I like how she breaks down the drama stuff. But I cannot follow all of the stuff. I speed her up quite a bit to be able to follow it, but I can't follow everything that she does because it's a lot. She just posts a lot of content. And then the other one I really like is Dr. Grande. He does psychology related videos, and sometimes he'll bring in pop culture, sometimes he'll bring in political figures, old like serial killer cases. He just will like cover one topic in his videos, and I watch pretty much all of his videos. I haven't gone back and watched everything in his past, but I have watched quite a bit of the past videos as well, and I just really like his dry sense of humor. It totally gives me the giggles every time I watch him. That's pretty much it. Like, those are the three that I watch on the regular, and I'm really like fanish of those ones, but I'm just not a whole big fan of a lot of creators. I watch some more people, but I don't know, I wouldn't like defend people to the death kind of thing, where I see a lot of people doing it. Like, people, when they're fans of people, they are super fans of people, and I just don't have that connection to most people that I watch. I'm like, yeah, I really like them, but I wouldn't defend them majorly. Like, I don't know, everybody's human, everybody up, and there's a lot of things that people can do that would be like, I don't know, borderline situations, and I just don't take it that seriously. And I don't take my own YouTube stuff that seriously. This is totally a hobby thing for me. Like I said, it's like a creative outlet feeding that type A, want to be productive side of my personality. And I just, at the end of the day, I don't take it super seriously. Like, yeah, it sucked when the gaming videos got like 15 views, but it didn't like hurt my feelings. It didn't like break my heart. And when people leave me comments, like, I'm sure some of them get to me over time, but a lot of them are like, oh, your voice is really annoying. You sound like you're a dying cat. Like, it reminds me of SpongeBob when Squidward plays his instrument and they go, sir, is there a dying cat on the premises? I feel like the comments are like that, where my voice is grating to them, and it's like, sorry buddies, that's my voice. That's just what I've got to work with. So sorry. I got rambly, the camera shut off, and then I thought I'd turn it back on to record an outro and just say goodbye to you guys. Totally forgot. I was trying to import footage. I was like, where the heck did my outro go? So here it is, guys. I hope you guys liked today's video. It just randomly cut off, but I wanted to go ahead and wrap it up for you guys and say goodbye. So be sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.